Greetings, Virgo. I'm Kyle Pierce. This is the Astrology channel. And if you have the sun, moon, and especially rising sign in Virgo, this is your horoscope for the new moon in Libra. We're going to be taking a look at how the new moon is likely to be showing up for you, how it is setting a framework for how the next couple weeks are likely to unfold for you. Really looking at the new moon itself, as well as some of the more significant astrology taking place throughout the rest of October and into early November. And if you have the sun, moon, or rising in a different sign, be sure to check out the horoscope for those videos as well. There will likely be things in all three that apply to you in different ways, but this is, after all, a general horoscope, right? So we're just going to try to give you the broad strokes. So for you, Virgo, this new moon is landing in the second house relative to you, which speaks to material support, movable resources, or the sort of universal exchange for things of that nature being money. But a lot of the things that you spend money on, such as things you put into your body, like food, as well as things you put on your body, like clothing. And sometimes you'll see people in the second house, people like family members who support you in a more material way, more so in earlier stages of life. But in any case, the topic is likely to be important for you, and you are setting an intention around maybe your finances, maybe your material support in broader terms, or perhaps even your diet. And you might be feeling like you need a little extra support right now because the solar eclipse in Virgo, which took place in September, hit your sign pretty hard. That eclipse was opposed by Saturn in Pisces in your 7th house. And it's possible that your relationships have maybe been subject to some kind of stress testing. Maybe not always, but often the 7th house speaks to romantic relationships, but it can also speak to other types of relationships, partnerships, business partnerships. And it's possible that you have been maybe feeling extra criticized or feeling like others have been critical of you. And perhaps some of you have been taking maybe less pointed criticisms a little more personally, because there's a good chance that, a lot of you have been feeling a bit more down on yourselves as of late. Having the South Node going through your sign, especially during eclipse season, which we're just kind of coming out of still, not uncommon for us to feel a little drained. Our energy levels might be lower. Our motivation, ambition may not be quite what it usually is. Sometimes we feel a little more disassociated from, or you might be feeling like you haven't been being seen or appreciated for your work, for the value that you bring to other people. And part of that may be related to what might be more of an emphasized intention for you to firm up your income stream or your finances in general, how you're spending your money. With Venus going through your 2nd house, there's a possibility to, receive an infusion of cash or other types of resources. But even if not, you may be finding it easier than usual to balance your budget a little bit. However, this new moon in Libra is sort of pointing to an intention that is being seeded, which is at least in part based on the full moon in Aries. These lunation cycles, they all sort of bleed into each other, right? Because nothing's ever quite that neat. And you may have been sensing or even seeing that others have been maybe a little squeamish with their willingness to spend or invest in things. Or conversely, they may be sort of stress spending, which, depending on certain factors, that could be feeding into your pocketbook. But it could also that there's a certain amount of ongoing negotiation in your relationship to the resources which you share with other people, and how that's being divvied up or shared, or not maybe shared. And that could be part of what your intentions are during this period, what you're trying to bring ability to in response of. And you are one of the signs that is generally better positioned to be profiting off of the, we'll say, period of flux, or this sort of atmosphere of uncertainty where circumstances are changing and shifting, and we don't really know the direction that they're going, but you already have your eye on what the opportunities are. And with Mercury in Scorpio applying to a conjunction with Mars in Scorpio in your 3rd house, there's a good chance that you've been pretty busy making moves. There's a little bit of what's the analogy I'm looking for? There's a good chance that you're feeling, maybe less physically robust or infused with energy, but you're still kind of just going. You're getting a lot of shit done. Like your body's moving while you're sort of not asleep at the wheel, but you're kind of microdosing a little bit, or your head is not. Well, I'll say this: there's a good chance that you are keeping busy in order to distract yourself from what might be some uncomfortable realizations that might have been leaving you feel a little more insecure than usual in a more personal way, maybe questioning or doubting your skills and ability, or whether you still have your edge to be able to stay competitive or to be able to continue to be marketable, right? But as you're making these moves, you're sort of responding to these kind of shifts in the world, in your world, that you are seeing and trying to adapt. You're potentially meeting new people. And especially towards the end of October, you may meet somebody who has some insight on a problem you're having, or has an opportunity for you that is just what you need, or seems almost form fit to what it is you feel like you've been lacking and what it is that you've maybe been chasing, even if you haven't been fully conscious of what that is. And I think what might be operating under the hood for a lot of you is tied into your relationships, your sense of responsibility to what Virgos often have a deep need to be useful, to be not just of service, but to be instrumental in the process of something, or to be instrumental to somebody or to many people. And it can be hard sometimes to find value in yourself when you're not fixing problems, or when you encounter problems which you can't quite fix, that you're not quite up to the task to. And as we enter this period, which starts towards the end of October, with Mercury and Mars applying to trines with Saturn in Pisces in your 7th house, and with Jupiter in Cancer in your 11th house, there's likely to be a lot of reflection on the state of your relationships, how they've changed, how you've changed, and how your expectations of how you are valued by others and how you value yourself in relationships with others might need to evolve or be updated. And for you, especially Virgo, November is going to be very much about this kind of reflection and reassessment, because in November, Mercury is going to station retrograde in Sagittarius in your 4th house, head back into Scorpio, be applied to that grand water trine between Jupiter and Saturn, and essentially hook up with all the other planets that are making their way through that grand water trine. So as you're figuring these things out for yourself, you may find that you are also helping others out their maybe new relationship with what has changed, and what is, you're going to find yourself in a position of perhaps collecting a lot of different perspectives, meeting a lot of people with different, who are maybe letting go of old patterns or old relationships to things, and figuring out how to not live in the past, in a sense. And you may be a little bit more positioned to be the one sort of connecting dots that other people aren't. And you may find that it's your ability to tackle some of these more complex problems and communicate them and chew on them. That is a big part of your process for acclimating to the new program, if you will, but also what makes you able to be of service to others. So that's all I have for you, Virgo. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you are interested in a more specifically personalized forecast for the week ahead, the month ahead, the year ahead, or just want to understand your birth chart better, you can book a reading with me at KylePierceAstrologer.com. I also offer planetary remediation consultations, which is focused on identifying planets in your chart, which describe challenges in different areas of your life, which you would potentially like to get better results with. And we together develop a set of practices for you that are targeted at that particular planet and improving your relationship with it, so that you can get better results in the areas of life which are associated with it. So you can also find that at my website, KylePierceAstrologer.com, and be sure to check out the other signs of your big three, your sun, moon, and rising, as well as the overall forecast for the month of, for the new moon in Libra, to get a bit more of a broader perspective of what this period is going to be like. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, share with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, hope to see you next time. Ta-ta for now.